Welcome to the range. Here with your host Brandon Bryan. Here with the panel, Cleveland Spears.
It's a damn shame people don't show up for this.
The Honorable Chris Gallen.
Hell yeah.
And committed J.B. Brown.
Yes, committed to donating blood and saving lives is what I do.
Hell yeah.
Chris.
Well, columnist Tim Podcat. He know who he is.
Podcat?
He says that LeBron James will not get his MVP vote simply because he is sitting out of games. Preferably the last three and then possibly the last game also.
Already determined.
Now, I failed to, you got to look at it. Magic Johnson won his MVPs. You know, he sat out some of his games. But when Jordan won, and LeBron looks up to Jordan. Jordan played every game, all 82. Now, do you think it's fair for LeBron to not get his MVP vote just because he sat out the game?
No, I don't think so because LeBron really doesn't have anything else to prove. We all know that he is the best player in the game today. So, honestly, he said it before. If you want, just like when everyone was giving him flack for not being, not leading the league in scoring, he said scoring title's not that important to me. If I wanted it, it would be mine anyway. So technically, if the MVP is his, he'll just take it. Which pretty much, I'm going to think he's going to get it again this year. So, besides, he can just rest up and get ready for the first round anyway, because they're more likely going to be playing Toronto or Chicago. So, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I don't think you can take away your vote just because he doesn't play. Let's go back to Steve Nash when he won his 2 MVPs. Those seasons he played about an average of 28 minutes a game because they were winning all those ball games. Remember that?
Yeah.
But he was only playing 20 minutes a game, and he was winning. He won 2 straight MVPs. So LeBron James plays about 43 minutes a game, and now decides to sit out. 4 games. That's not that big of a deal for me. You can't take away the MVP vote just because of a guy decides, hey, I want to rest up for the playoffs. That's what the regular season's for anyways, is getting ready for the playoffs. And if you're not playing for nothing, you can get hurt. Brandon Roy. Okay? We all knew they had a playoff spot. It just depended on where they were going to play. Brandon Roy's now hurt and possibly won't be playing probably won't play in the first round. But that's all they're getting to anyways. But let's say that would have happened to LeBron. If he would have played one of these 4 games and he got hurt, we would have said he should have sat out. It's the same thing about the NFL. We always say about the NFL that, when you have a secure playoff spot, you should rest your starters. That's what happened. And so now this whole thing of resting people comes up again, but just not in football. I'm kind of getting tired of hearing about it because it really is ridiculous. Players work their butts off all season long, and at the end of the season, they want a break. Let them have their break. Don't take your MVP vote away from them.
That is true. I agree with both of these dudes. You shouldn't take the MVP voting away because you can, prime example, you can look at the Spurs. Popovich rests his starters. He'll rest Tim Duncan for about 2-3 games and then bring him back in the lineup and then rest Tony Parker and then bring him back and then rest Manu. Even though they're not vying for MVP voting, the fact is that he rests his starters. He's thinking about the long haul because, of course the Spurs ain't got too much left anyways. But as far as LeBron, I think his vote, with him not having this particular columnist vote, all it does is make it not unanimous.
Yeah.
So, pretty much he has the MVP on lock. So, congratulations to him for doing that. But as far as just taking MVP voting away from him just because he didn't play 3 or 4 games, that's stupid.
Yeah. Also, to go along with, talking about LeBron James, it could be possible that LeBron James could be on the move this, after the playoffs are all over. Hopefully after he wins his championship, of course. But he could be on the move. So could, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Tracy McGrady, Yao Ming, Louis Scola, and a whole bunch of other people. And there's too many people to name. Amar'e Stoudemire, that's what I forgot to put in there. They could all be on the move after this season's over with, all said and done. Now, it's been noted that, like we were talking about before the show, Dwayne Wade said he will go when the weather's nice and a chance to win. According to Chris, he said that. So, I mean, I don't know where that could be if it's in the Eastern Conference because, 5 teams suck in the playoff. So, I mean, then you got people like Tracy McGrady. You don't know where he's going to go, especially LeBron James. It's been noted that LeBron James is trying to stay in Cleveland, but Cleveland has to make a free agent signing this year that makes him want to stay. What free agent move will be the biggest impact for LeBron James?
Well, for LeBron, I would think he would need another guard rather than a big man. I mean, I think the odds of D-Wade going up there probably not because of the weather. So I would think he would have to get a premier point guard. It has to be a point guard or a shooting guards where, LeBron can play the 1, 2, or the 3. So I mean, it's all interchangeable. So if he has another person on the wing to help take some of that slack off, and especially a person that's a proven scorer, I believe that'll help him out pretty good. I'm thinking, who is it? Jamal Crawford from Atlanta. I think either him or Joe Johnson might be leaving after this year. I think they might be a free agent. So
both are actually free agents.
Free agent, both of them. So I mean, that could be a pickup.
Steve Nash is also a free agent.
He is. I think Carmelo is even a free agent after this year. But I'm pretty sure Carmelo and LeBron ain't gonna be on the same team.
No, hey.
But I think it has to be a premier guard rather than a big man, because in the East, besides Dwight Howard, there's no other big man that you really have to worry about. Brook Lopez, but his team ain't going to the playoffs no time soon.
Nope. But yeah, I agree with Chris. LeBron could use another guard, but then again, they already have. It's no telling what they want to do with Mo Williams and Delonte West. So you have no idea at all. I really can't see Dwayne Wade playing in Cleveland. I mean, there's not enough basketball to go around in Cleveland. So I mean, because Dwayne Wade has his team in Miami and LeBron, and that's LeBron's team in Cleveland. So I would say he would possibly need another big man. I mean, they can get rid of. I wouldn't say get rid of Shaq or Ilgauskas, but they could do something as far as like they can put LeBron in the 2 guard and get another forward. But as far as another guard, I don't know. But you never know. I mean, who else? Another free agent. I know Dirk is a free agent, but then again, Dirk is staying in Dallas.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
But you never can tell. You never can tell where how much money's been put on the table and what kind of offers being made. So you never know what these players are thinking as far as like trying to get on the move. But honestly, do you really think LeBron needs anything else? I mean, I know he says he wants another free agent to make him stay, but do you really think he needs one?
Yeah, I think he needs one. But let me get this is what I was thinking about earlier. But I think of course Yao Ming stays in Houston along with Louis Scola. Amari Stoudemire and I think Steve Nash are both bolt to New York to be back with Mike D'Antoni. They just love D'Antoni and they love his 7 seconds or less offense. And so with that, they can have that and put David Lee in that mix too. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, but I don't know about Amari.
Yeah, but
Amari wants the ball more often.
Nowadays, yes, but could you see Amari going to Cleveland if they happen to make a blockbuster deal?
No.
They have to get rid of Shaq.
Yeah,
they'll probably get rid of
the whole Amari Stoudemire Shaq thing didn't work out in part 1. It's definitely not going to work out in part 2.
Yeah, but they might throw in J.J. Hickson.
See, that'd be dumb. Because J.J. Hickson's up and coming. Just like how Carl Landry was up and coming in Houston and they shipped him.
And then
but he's also
the same thing. The same thing with Carlos Boozer. Same thing can go along with Carlos Boozer.
He would not go back to Cleveland.
I know.
But I was thinking this, and you can debate this after the segment's over. But why not see Chris Bosh landing in Cleveland? Because apparently Danny Ferry is going to go hardcore after Chris Bosh after this season. Why not have that lineup? Mo Williams, LeBron, Anthony Parker, Shaq, Chris Bosh. There's no reason why that can't happen.
Bring in Hickson and kick Shaq ass to the curb.
That too.
We'll be right back.